can't solve your financial problems with the same kind of thinking that caused them. These words will change your reality because poverty can't survive in a dough chaser's mentality.
The Beat Majors.
So to all my dough chasers, it's time to get this party started now.
I like it.
With your host, Jason White.
Yo, what's up, Dough Chasers? This is your boy, Jason White, CEO and founder of Witness Riches. As you can see behind me, we are representing Dough Chaser TV today. And I want to thank you all for joining me. If you're new to the channel, let me know who you are, where you're from. Also, I wanted to share with you the topic that we're going to be discussing today is how living on credit ruins relationships. Okay. Yesterday, I talked about this briefly, but I want to hit this one in the head so that you can get an understanding of why it's important for you to get a hold of your finances and also take control of your credit, but use it as a tool rather than the goal. Okay. So let me know who you are, where you're from. Right now, we are on Dough Chaser TV, and behind me I have the Dough Chaser Manifesto. I want to let you all know that every Friday I'm going to give you an opportunity to win a copy of your own Dough Chaser Manifesto that I'm going to send to you personally. So if you are someone who wants a copy of, well, not necessarily a copy, but you want to win your own poster, let me know. I actually have the link right here. Let me see if I can find a way how to add that into the. I'm gonna figure this out really quick. So yesterday I tried to do this during the session and I failed miserably. Where is it? Live. Okay. Let me see. All right. I'm still failing miserably. It's all good. It's all good. So my name is Jason White, CEO and founder of Witness Riches, and we provide services to help people either improve their credit, improve their finances, or just have a better understanding of how it all works. And one of our big services that we provide is the 700 Club Credit Repair. And basically, I run across a lot of people who are looking to fix their credit so they can use that to make moves. However, once they get to a point where their credit score is looking good, a lot of them make a common mistake. And that mistake is basically using it as a supplement rather than a tool to add more, revenue, add more income, cash flow, assets into their lives. And I don't want you to fall victim to that. We all fall victim to it. But if you don't catch yourself quickly, you could, live that lifestyle, for a very long time, and end up hurting your financial future, right? So we want to get a hold as quickly as possible so that we don't, fall victim to this. And I just want to make sure that you all have the right information, the right mentality, so that you can take control as quickly as possible. And I actually have a story, a personal story, and how living on credit has hurt me in a relationship that was dear and near to my heart, but sometimes things don't work out, right? So let me see. We got Muriel here. What's up, Muriel? How you doing? We got Kenneth Woodlard. How you doing? Muriel says she wants to sign up for credit repair. Hey, I'm not mad at that. I can provide you a link so that you can learn more about the service, and you can check that out, Muriel. How about that? There you go. So I just provided a link in the chat area, and you can check out our credit repair service to learn more about how we can help you, and definitely take advantage of the promotion that we have on the pricing page so that you can save money on your enrollment. All right. So let's talk about me. I am 30 years old. I started in the credit repair industry at the age of 24-ish. Fresh out of college, I started my career at a company called New York Life. Okay. Working at this company, fresh in the game, I felt like, I can do whatever I put my mind to. It was a 100% commission gig. And I felt like in my heart, as long as I believe in myself, as long as I put my best foot forward, there's no reason for me to be, there's no reason for me not to be successful. Okay. But of course, it didn't work out that way because now, I got my own company, Witness Riches, and we don't even do, life insurance or financial investments. Our whole platform is about helping you fix your credit and your financial foundation. Okay. Maybe one day in the future, we'll add all that good stuff. But right now, we're focusing on the basics because if you don't have the basics correct, then how can you do the more strategic approaches to your finances? How can you implement those approaches and get results if you can't get the basics down packed? Okay. And that's one thing that I focus on now. But let me go back into my story. So the plan wasn't for me to go into selling financial services. The plan was for me to actually get a government gig and get basically a guaranteed check, quote unquote. Okay, so this is what happened. A family member of mine had somebody who was near and dear to my heart convinced me that Jason, you get a government job, you get you a good job, you're going to pay back all your student loans. Okay. And what I think you should do is instead of struggling in college and working your butt off to pay for it, how about you just take out a loan, a lump sum loan, so that you can use that so that you can have fun like all your college buddies and maybe take a vacation and all that good stuff. Okay. So, me being young, wet behind the ears, had a little peach fuzz. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. I don't need to struggle in college. I need to have a good time like everybody else, right? And this person was my mentor and also a loved one of mine, and I took his advice. But one thing that I want you all to know is before you take anyone's advice, make sure you do research on their particular financial situation. Okay. Because when it comes to and not necessarily their financial situation, but just do research on what they recommend. That's what I mean. Before you jump into something, make sure you have an understanding of what that is that you're jumping into. So I took out this private loan. I had no idea how loans worked. I just know that I got approved and he signed as a co-signer for me, right? I got approved. I didn't have any credit, but that was my first trade line on my credit report was this private loan. And I took a loan out for $20,000. All right. So let's put this in perspective. I am what year was I in college? I was, I think it was a junior, maybe a sophomore, junior in college. I think I was a sophomore towards the end of my sophomore year. Take out a $20,000 loan. And the whole mindset is for me to have a good time in college, take a vacation with my friends because, they all went on spring break. I never went on spring break, by the way, but they all went on spring break. They had a good time. And basically the goal was for me to coast through college and have the same experience as everyone else. Okay. So first and foremost, that's the dumbest thing I could have done is take out this loan just to have fun. Okay. If you are someone who is looking to take out a student loan, any kind of loan, the last thing you want to do is take out a loan to have fun, to take out a loan to live a temporary life of comfort. Terrible idea. Okay. So anyway, I took out this loan, $20,000, and gave some money to my family, and I think I had about maybe 17. Bought me a car, had me a Chevy Impala, great car. And the rest of it, I have no idea what happened, but I think I had to pay some student loans for the school and all that good stuff. But it was going, within minutes, basically. Okay. I never took a vacation. I never went on spring break. And I continued to work anyway. Okay. Because one, I didn't have the financial discipline to manage that large amount of money. One. Okay. Two, the whole mentality of taking out the loan was stupid as hell. So I splurged on it. At that time, I bought me a bunch of Jordans. Worst investment ever. Worst investment ever. If you are in college right now and you're buying Jordans with your available money, you're making stupid decisions. Okay, take it from me. Don't do that. All right. Anyway, I didn't have a plan for the money. Right. So I took out the money. Didn't have a plan for it, and you know, life went on. Right. So this family member and I, our communication really kind of fell off. We weren't really talking as much, and I graduated college, right? And the whole idea was Jason, take this money out, have a good time, coast through college. And when it is time for you to pay this back, you're going to have a government job anyway. The reason for you going to school is to get a job. You're going to be able to pay it back. I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. That's the best plan ever. That makes so much sense. I'm going to school to, get a degree, to get a good job. I'm going to pay this back. I don't have anything to worry about. Because one of my questions to him was, how am I going to pay this back? And it was, Jason, why are you going to school? I'm like, so I can get a degree and get a good job. Okay, if you get a good job, you're going to have the money to pay it back. You won't have an issue. All right. Graduate college. I didn't have any job offers, for one. Okay. Two, my mentality about the whole government job situation changed tremendously, right? How am I going to, this is my own personal opinion, but I can't, be in a position where I'm working for the government and at any point they can make cuts in their budget and I lose my job because of that, right? And, it really depends on, who's in office and all that crazy stuff. And I'm not the biggest political guy, but I didn't really trust that system. And then understanding that people, not everyone, but a lot of people hate their jobs. I want to do something that I'm actually going to enjoy. So my whole mentality changed. I didn't have any job offers. And I had 6 months, which, all of you can relate because you were all taking out student loans. I don't know about the big private student loan, but you've taken out a student loan, 6 months to start paying this thing back. Okay. So basically I have the public student loans, which are the student loans that you get through FAFSA. And then the private student loans are the ones that you take out through the actual company directly. And so I've taken out the FAFSA student loans, the public student loans, and then the private student loans with Sally Mae. Okay. 6 months. I started a job, I think 3 months after Muriel has worked for a government job for 26 years. Congratulations. That's awesome. Tell me, do you love your job? Not saying that government jobs suck, but just be honest with me. Do you love your job? Okay. I'm just interested in wondering that. Okay. Anyway, it took me 3 months to find a job, and I found New York Life, and they were offering a 100% commission gig. And at that time, I was super hungry, right? The thing is, I didn't have a good plan, all right? So the initial plan was enjoy this money, coast, get a government job, basically secure a job. You'll have that security of a paycheck, and use that to pay your bills, okay? Use that to pay your student loan. It didn't happen that way. Didn't have any job offers. And I did apply, by the way. I did apply. Even though I didn't want to, I did apply. Didn't have any job offers. My GPA wasn't the best. How about that? All right. My GPA wasn't the best. See, your job. See, I didn't even think about that. She works at the sheriff's office. So yeah, there's basically different levels to the government jobs. The ones that I was familiar with, growing up in the community that I grew up in, was I can't think of it. Working at what's the freaking office? Government assistance. That's what I was thinking of a government job. Okay, working at one of those offices, maybe working at Social Security Administration, stuff like that. But you were in the middle of it, okay? She worked at the sheriff office, and she actually enjoys her job. She says she has a retirement pension. It's great. But, everybody's situation is different, and I appreciate you understanding mine. Anyway, I had no job offers, and the plan didn't follow through as we expected. Okay, so one reason you don't want to live on credit, live on assumptions, okay, is though you may make a plan for whatever loan that you may be taking out, it may not follow through. Okay, so that's the first risk that you're taking. Your plan may not follow through. Mike Tyson said everyone has a plan until they get hit in the mouth, right? And me, my GPA wasn't where it was supposed to be. So I'm pretty sure that was a big reason why I didn't get any callbacks. My resume was light. And I had to change up my approach. And I basically started the gig with New York Life, 100% commission. I think a year, not even a year, but a few months into that, my wife and I got married, right? No, we got married a year after. So yeah, but we moved in together. We moved to Toledo. So I moved to a brand new town, by the way. And life was not easy after graduation. And a lot of college students are going through this right now. They have a plan when they enroll, and it does not happen that way. And they find themselves thousands of dollars in debt. Okay. So I graduated college with like $40,000 in debt, the $20,000 private loan, and then also $20,000 to $25,000 in public student loans as well. So I'm already negative in the hole. My net worth is negative $45,000 starting off. Okay. And I don't even have a job. And then when I do get a job, my job is 100% commission. So that's basically based off of what you sell. If you don't sell anything, you don't eat. But me, I was naive. I believed in myself, and I felt like as long as I put my best foot forward, I'm going to get results. Now, my first year in the business was decent. We were above the poverty line. However, I was hardly able to pay back my student loans, right? And I got to a point where I wasn't making any money in my, I didn't have any supplemental income after my core needs were being met, right? So we were paying the rent, paying the car note, and groceries and all that good stuff. But I didn't have any money left over to pay my student loans, and I was so naive that they would call me, and I'm ignoring that phone call because one, I don't know how to deal with them, right? And what happened was it got so bad that my student loans were 6 months to 12 months behind, and they began to call this family member, right, who co-signed my loan. Totally unaware of this. And they began to threaten him to basically say, if he doesn't pay this, we're going to garnish your wages. We're going to, take your payments and all this crazy stuff. And the reason living on credit is dangerous is one, you cannot control you cannot control the plan. You cannot make that happen, right? It happens through the grace of God, actually, right? Now, if you have a great plan and if you base that off of experience, that's another thing. But if you have no experience with getting that result, then you are basically going to be blessed if it works. Okay, so let me explain that again. If you are taking out a loan and you have no experience with managing loans and producing income off of that or whatever the situation may be, if you don't have any understanding of how to get the result that you desire, then if it works out, you are being blessed by God. Okay, and then what you're supposed to do is learn from your experience and then repeat it. However, if you do have an understanding of getting the result, you learn from your experience, you learn from that blessing from God, and you continue to move forward. The thing is, hold up, y'all. I was joking with my wife earlier, like, babe, I really need a new camera. Anyway, if you have the experience, you've learned from the blessing from God, and now you're just repeating it. I had no experience, right? And I didn't do what I needed to do, and that plan did not, produce the fruit that I was desiring, right? And because I got in this position where my student loans were behind. I didn't have a good job, and this family member was getting phone calls about my student loan. And the thing that I didn't appreciate was, you know who's really rocking with you by who is still supporting you through the adversity you're going through. Okay, you know who's rocking with you by noticing the people who are still supporting you when you're going through adversity. All right, I want you to understand that. And I was going through some adversity. Okay, bills were behind, living paycheck to paycheck. I had no savings. I had no understanding of how the adult world worked, and life was hard. And I never got that phone call of Jason, how's everything going? Do you need some help? Can I guide you? None of that. But the phone call I did get was basically, I'm taking your ass to court. I'm suing you. You ain't shit. Y'all ain't never gonna be nothing. All that kind of stuff. I'm like, dog, whoa, where did this come from? And that was left at my work voicemail. Okay, it was a lot vulgar than that, but it was bad, and I was very disappointed. And I'm one of those people. The first time you cross me, I see your true colors, and I can't trust you again. Basically, okay. But yeah, it was bad, and that would have never happened. We would have probably still had a relationship, um, if we would have never taken out credit, uh, if we would have never taken out that loan. Okay, and I basically want to warn you, if you are looking to take out any kind of loan and you don't have a proven plan, be careful. Okay, because if you're, you know, working with somebody's co-signing for you, or you're in a situation where your whole lifestyle changes, it can impact the person who co-signed you for you. It can impact you, of course, and also your relationships around you, your spouse, your mate. It can impact that relationship because the whole dynamic has changed, right? So in my situation, it ruined my relationship with that family member, and it's all due to the fact that we were living on credit. Okay, our goal was to, you know, a plan that was not proven, and there was no way to guarantee that result. Okay, I always say control what you can, and at that point, I did not have any control over people hiring me. Okay, all I could do was put my best foot forward, and I did. It didn't work out, and then I found myself in a position where I was working a 100% commission job. Life happened. Student loans were behind, and that relationship is now out the window. Okay, so you want to be very careful when it comes to your planning. Do your research. Make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into. I have a couple situations here outside of taking out a loan, where these are other examples of living on credit. Okay, so when you are using your credit as supplemental income, these are people who make 2,000, 10,000, 20,000. Doesn't matter how much money you make a month. However, their life is so tight that they're not comfortable within their income, and they use credit cards to basically supplement their shortage. So if I have $3,000 worth of expenses, but I only make $2,500 a month after taxes, I got to get that $500 from somewhere. So their lifestyle was so tight and so ridiculous. They are using credit cards to supplement their lifestyle so they can maintain it. The thing is, the more you continue that, eventually the shit is going to hit the fan, and you're going to be in a tough position, right? So one thing that I've began to learn is that people must act their wage. Okay, and sometimes you have to make a sacrifice, or you have to level up. You have to improve your skill in order to obtain the things that you want. And a lot of times people are sacrificing their lines of credit to supplement their income so they can look the part. Okay, if you're not really there, you ain't there. How many of you know people who are supplementing their income with their credit cards? How many of you know people who are living on credit? Let me know. How many of you have experience with this? Let me know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Um, you can be in a position where you have a good credit score and you get approved for multiple lines of credit. Just because you get approved for these multiple lines of credit does not mean that you need to go max them out. What you need to do is understand how to leverage your credit so you can produce more income and more assets in your life. And a lot of times people are so addicted to liabilities, addicted to shiny things that lose value once you buy them. They use their credit to obtain these things and they end up putting themselves in a deeper hole. Okay? It's very important for you to stop living this lifestyle. It's very important for you to get an understanding of how to use your credit to your advantage. Get a proven plan. In my situation, our plan wasn't proven. Our plan was based off of hope. And hope is a terrible plan. Hope is a feeling that doesn't produce results. You need a proven plan, okay? And if you don't have a proven plan, do not make steps towards anything until you understand how it works to your advantage. And if you don't understand how it works to your advantage, that means you're not ready for it. Can I get an amen on that? So basically, I wanted to share this story with you. Hopefully, you all can find some ways to relate to it. And if you have any questions or concerns, or you can relate and share your testimony, please do so in the comment area. I would definitely appreciate that. One thing I want to remind you of is if you are interested in winning a Dough Chaser manifesto poster, please include your information at the following link in the comment area. Enter that drawing. Every Friday you have a opportunity to win a poster. I'm going to pay for it and send it to you myself. And within a week, you should receive that in the mail. Okay? Also, if you are interested in learning more about how to improve your finances and improve your credit and boost your credit scores, you definitely want to check out Transcend Financial Academy. I'm going to provide that in the comment area as well. Check out that link, learn more about Transcend Financial Academy. There, you're going to learn how to basically fix everything yourself, okay? However, if you're one of those people where you would like help and you don't mind getting help from human beings like myself and others, we offer a done-for-you credit repair service through our service, the 700 Club. And you can learn more about our credit repair service at that link as well, okay? But I do appreciate you all taking the time out, to engage with me this evening. Please, like and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching the replay, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can continue to engage with me on Dough Chaser TV. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about a sweet topic. We're going to be talking about, where is it? My wife said, be careful on this one. But, I'm going to say it anyway. If you are depending on a job, my friend, you are poor. That's the conversation tomorrow. We're going to talk about that, go more in depth. But I want to thank you all for your time, and I'll see you on the next episode of Dough Chaser TV. Please enjoy this broadcast from our sponsor, me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have increases. Check this out really quick. This client has been with us for just about a month. They signed up in late July, and we're looking at their update. It's now September. We have increases of 48 points with Experian, 58 points with TransUnion, and Equifax, 82 points. They started off in the low 600s. So through our efforts, we have helped this client get on the right path to the 700 Club. As you can see, they've only been with us for a short amount of time. If you are interested in repairing your credit and getting on the right path to the 700 Club, we would love to serve you. Click learn more or swipe up right now to check out our service. And if it's something that you're interested in, we would love to have you as a client. Hey, that video that commercial, whatever you want to call it, is actually getting a lot of love via Instagram and Facebook. If you see it, make sure you shout me out. However, Aya said, I want to join, but not sure how helpful you all can be. Is there a consultation option? Yes, you have the ability to schedule a free consultation. Let me give you that link where you can request that. Give me one quick second. And basically, what you're going to be able to do is provide your information. And then, as soon as a member from our team is available, they will give you a call to answer any questions or concerns you may have, tell you more about the service, and basically provide you with the information that you need to understand if this is the best program for you. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to waste your time, right? So let me see. Let me get that link. Where is it? Bear with me. I can't find the freaking link. Here, you can do this. Give us a call. How about that? We're actually this is very interesting information. We are actually waiting for AT&T to switch over our number, and we have a temporary number. And give me one quick second so I can find that for you, so you can give us a call. All right. This is temporary, okay? So hopefully by the end of the month, our normal number is back and working, but this is temporary. 5210. Okay, give us a call. Our office closes this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We open tomorrow at 10 a.m. To 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so feel free to reach out to us then if you want. However, members of the team will be here until 9 p.m. as well, okay? Also, once I find that consultation link, I will provide that as well. And I apologize that I don't have that handy. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. All right. Let me see. Do I have any more questions? All right. So thank you all for your time. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. Again, my name is Jason White, and I'll see you on the next episode of Dough Chaser TV. I'm out. Peace.